Okay, a teaching strategy that I plan to use this coming school year for my 8th grade science students is Preview, View, Review. This is by Demetria Griffin and myself, Amy Marska. Preview, View, Review provides a structured way to alternate English and native language instruction, which can help motivate our emerging bilinguals to stay engaged in the lesson. Freeman and Freeman noted that learning a second language or listening to it all day long, like our students have to in class, can actually be quite tiring. So this strategy is intended to lessen that as well as make the input or new material more comprehensible. Given that my native English speaking students tend to glaze over when they come across new academic terms such as igneous, metamorphic, and sedimentary, I can only imagine how daunting it has to feel for our ELLs. So I'm going to show this video, and despite this video being over 40 years old, it is one that students really seem to remember and they like. I show it at the beginning of the Earth's geologic processes unit. The video is showing the island of Surtsey off the coast of Iceland actually being created through the eruption of molten magma to the Earth's surface. And after approximately 3 weeks of lava building up from the ocean floor, through the processes of cooling and hardening, this island was born. So where there was no land, now there's an island. Literally land formation before your very eyes. Actually, there are 2 islands that are initially formed, but erosion from ocean waves eventually sweeps the smaller island away. The vast majority of students in 8th grade are at least familiar with the idea of volcanoes and eruptions, lava. They know a few things. And so to begin this lesson, I'm going to show the video without sound. And as a colleague posted, this levels the playing field for all students. During the video, students will access their prior knowledge and most likely refer to familiar terms such as eruption, volcano, magma, lava, those types of things. Students will be encouraged to share ideas about what is happening in the video. And after a brief discussion, I will play back the minute-long video first in the ELL's home language, and then I will play it again in English. All right, then for the view segment of the strategy, we will begin brainstorming what type of land was formed, ideally leading towards an introduction of the term igneous rock, which is a real fancy way to say volcanic rock. In this case, the entire island is composed of extrinsic igneous rock. Further along, we will discuss how rocks are formed. Are there different types of rocks? Are they formed differently? We will talk about what happened to the second smaller island, which subsequently will introduce the term erosion. At this point, the other terms are introduced along with their Spanish counterparts, ideally offering some familiarity, potentially alleviating or lessening affective filters such as anxiety. And what's more, we will look at the root words of vocabulary and their meaning as a way to make connections to these somewhat unyieldy terms. Freeman and Freeman suggest that during the review segment, then students are allowed to work in same language groups, hopefully helping to cement and become more familiar with the terms and ideas. Then the students will be asked to review key ideas and ask any questions that they have come up with in English. The preview view review gives the students purposeful, intermittent access to their native language that will help them follow the English terms better, giving them a greater chance of acquiring English and the academic concepts.